A 5, 6, 7, 8.
Table talk.
Table talk. Table talk. Table talk. Table talk.
Tunes. Welcome to Tabletop Tunes, the improvised musical RPG. That was fun. I'm Greg.
That was great, Greg.
Really good, Greg.
I am Gabe.
Hi, I'm Sean.
I'm Mary Lou.
And today we have a very special guest joining us at the table. He's an actor and writer. Please welcome Zach Reino.
It's me. I am also here right now. See, you can only do that because you're the only one that is playing and also singing at the same time.
That's true.
That's
Everyone else is behind a piano, but they refuse to play.
Yes.
Little peek
refuse
behind
to
the
play.
curtain for
Yeah.
everyone
Yes.
listening. Every single person sitting at a piano.
If our
Well-
listeners didn't know, we're all sitting at separate pianos, but Greg is the only one
Well, there's
playing.
a reason for that. As we know, like SAG just went on strike last night.
Yes,
Right.
Now, the
congratulations.
Pianist Guild has also gone on strike.
Mhm. Of course.
4 of us are abiding by that.
And
one
luckily,
of us is scabbing.
Greg is
I'm a
scab.
scab. I'm a scab.
The
Yeah.
Pianists Guild, TPG.
Uh-huh.
TPG.
There's so many
Um,
guilds on strike right now that we have not heard anything about because of SAG, honestly, stealing their thunder.
I know, and isn't
pretty
that
rude.
classic?
Pretty rude.
Actors
That
and,
is classic
and
actors.
pianists and accompanists taking a back seat. Always.
Per usual.
The
Per
Accompanist Guild,
usual.
very different than the Pianists Guild.
The Accompanists Guild totally
They-
separate.
The other
Hate
tag.
each other.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the accompanists are playing piano for the benefit of others. And the Pianist Guild, pianists are right out front.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're in it for themselves.
You're right.
Yeah.
They get to do that thing where when they go to sit at the piano in front of the big crowd, they
tuck their
fluff out,
they tuck their
fluff
flaps
out their
back. Yep.
tails of their tuxedos
That's right.
behind them. That is
And they get to do that thing also where, like, if there's a mouse that's, like, sleeping inside the piano, they can, like,
Mhm.
play the piano to get to, like, wake up the mouse.
wake up the
kind of thing. I
mouse,
only
and then
saw
the mouse
that.
can like tap dance on the string.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
two things are like the height of luxury.
Yeah.
Equally so.
And the height of a pianist's career.
Yeah.
Every
Waking up a
pianist-
mouse?
Well, getting to be a part of such a magical moment, I
Yeah.
think.
Nice.
Every
Her
pianist.
pianist dreams of having a cartoon mouse fall asleep inside their piano
Yeah.
and waking it up in the night of the big concert.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We find ourselves
Yes.
at the Minnesota Community Performing Arts Center, backstage in the green room. The backstage is fine. It's kind of like a fluorescent lights, sort of like green, pale green, sort of sickly walls. But there's like show posters of people that have toured there. And it's like okay acts there, right? Like Ronnie James Dio toured solo. Art Garfunkel toured solo. The rhythm guitarist of Toto toured solo. And we move into the green room, and a very like harried conductor of the Minnesota Community Symphony Orchestra comes into the green room, and he's wearing his tuxedo, but like the bow tie's a little crooked, his hair is a little frayed and tossed and teased, and he walks up to 4 concert-ready musicians, and he says, I just wanted to let you know we're really excited to have you all here. We've never really had musicians of this caliber at the Minnesota Community Arts Center, and I just wanted to give you a quick 5 before we go on. Is there anything that you need? And he points to one of the musicians.
Sherman Strong, the bassist, is a absurdly tall man, pushing almost 7 feet tall. Probably got into bass as a middle schooler because he was a very tall middle schooler, and the teacher was just like, "You should probably play the bass because you're
He
so
actually
big."
plays it like a violin.
Yeah, he holds the bass up
His
and
chin.
puts it in the crook
Yeah.
of his neck.
Yeah.
And plays it like you would a violin.
Mhm.
He has some little crop of tousled red hair that sits atop a very pointy head.
Seymour, if there's anything we can do with your sort of unorthodox or your unique, customized way of playing the bass, please let me know.
Oh, yeah, I brought my stand and my neck, so I'm good.
And he turns to another musician. Is there anything we can do for you?
No, not for me. I'm fine.
Wow.
And you see Harmony Hall, who is, of course, the xylophone player. She is an incredibly small woman. In fact, she has to run different directions every time she has to hit keys on either side of her.
Make a roll for me, please.
Okay. Anything that I'm rolling for in particular, or just?
You'll
I got
find
an
out.
11.
An 11. Every single time you have to do a run, you have to run. It's an 11-foot wide xylophone.
I got the biggest one.
Yep.
Yeah. just to prove that I can do it. That's how good I am, is that you don't even notice me from what others would call a regular xylophone player, but I could call the worst xylophone player.
And Harmony, we did get rid of the xylophone wheels for you because you said you wanted it in your rider to make it harder.
Make it
Is there
harder.
anything else we can do for you?
Low lighting, I think, on me, so I can't really see the sheet music all that much. And then, I think that's good. I think that's me right now. If there's anything else during the performance that you can make harder for me, go on ahead. I'll be up for it. Okay.
Okay, that's a fun challenge for us. Most of us musicians here in Minnesota are used to things being normal and easy.
You know what? Take out the G. Take out the G. I don't need the G.
You don't need any
Sometimes-
G notes.
Don't need the G
Interesting.
notes.
Sometimes she likes it when we put like jacks and other little bouncy balls
This is
underneath
true.
her feet. that
And we're
she-
so excited for you to be here working with your fellow musicians. You're a visiting concert master. Is that right?
I am. Yes, the concert master.
And we see the violin next to the concert master. And what's special or different about this violin?
This violin is special because I only play it when I'm scared.
And I just wanted to let you know, Persephone, the traveling concert master, that we do have all kinds of ooky spooky clowns and sort
Oh.
of gooey figures triggered to pop out at any moment. And we're not going to tell you when, so we can get the authentic emotion so you can play for us.
Fantastic. Thank you. It's the only way I can get the juice flowing.
Apologies if this is too personal, Persephone. We're just so excited to have all of you again. Why is it that you can only play when you're scared?
I'm
What
so...
a question.
That's a great
Is that too
question.
personal? Oh, no.
It's not. Thank you so much for asking. Nobody asks that these days. But I'm so old and I've lived such an incredible
Can you roll for me?
life. 11.
11 times 6, you're 66.
I'm so old. I'm crumbling. My bones.
You could
ache.
be much older.
And we see who is this person that's next to the-
Durstin Crepes, percussionist. We see a bent and broken, hobbled old man with a sort of bandolier of drumsticks across him, sort of hobbling around, but no sort of perceptible drum kit or percussion kit of any kind.
And Durstin, can you roll for me?
10.
10
How does it
times
feel to have a
10
bunch
is
of-
100.
Durstin, how old are you?
Old as wood, old as bricks, old as time itself. I just turned 100 last November.
Well,
Congratulations.
congratulations,
That's
Dirk.
wonderful.
Thank
That's
you. You all
wonderful.
threw me a wonderful party.
But you have the spirit of a young man, and me, Persepolis, and Persephone, it looks exactly like Lydia Tarr. So if you're imagining anything, it's like tight blonde ponytail and like well-tailored masculine suits. But I'm so old and I've lived such a varied life that nothing surprises me anymore, and I have no.
There really are clowns.
Start playing,
all
start
over
playing,
this
start playing.
room.
You got it now. This is oh my god. There it is. There is the
Sound
juice.
check. Good for sound check.
Well, we're so excited to have all of you, Seymour, Harmony, Durstin, and Persephone.
Durstin, I noticed that you haven't found your drum kit yet. Is that something you're going to be doing during the performance?
Everything could be a drum. It's fine. We'll find drums all around us all the time. But if I don't find one, I do expect that I'll find one. I was
Okay.
setting it up out there. That's why it's not
Sure.
back here.
Oh, right. Okay.
But I hope the ghosts...
Everything is worth it for art. Everything is worth it for art. Even if you make up every single part. Everything is worth it for art.
Yes, I hold my bass upon my chin, it's true. It's just the kind of thing that when you're this tall you should do. I do not like the strain, I've thrown out several ligaments, but I just like to do that thing, it makes my art intense. Yes, everything is worth it for art.
He found one.
Everything is worth it for art. Even if the play the bass makes all the music fall off of the chart. Everything is worth it for a rampiti tup king kong.
Now you may think I'm small, but I will never yield. Even though to play my xylophone I have to be an Olympic track and field runner. I make it hard for me. Yes, I know it's true, but it's to prove that I can do all the things a tall or normal person can do. 'Cause everything is worth it for art. Ding!
Everything is worth it for art.
Even if running that fast would certainly explode my heart. Good job, though.
Everything is worth it for art.
I try to play, but it's as if all my talents goodbye. I kissed 'em. Unless I've activated my sympathetic nervous system. Yes, you know, I'm a silly fella. Unless I can activate my amygdala.
Everything is worth it for art. Everything is worth it for art. Durston is using his environment to play every single drum part.
This is just a charge.
Everything is worth it for art. And I just wanted to give you 5 minutes.
Thank
As you
you,
see,
Five.
we
Thank you,
we
Five.
couldn't do much in terms of catering or craft services, as you Hollywood types like to call it. But we do have free old Panera salads in the center. Just pick your favorite one. We have dusty Gatorade in
How
the fridge.
old are we talking?
Let me make a roll. It's an 8. These are a little over a week old.
I'll
we
take
got them.
the week-old green goddess salad. The dressing really gets better the longer it sits on there.
Okay, I'll get that for you. Here you are, Durston.
You do like all your foods aged.
Easier to chew, the longer time does some of the chewing for you.
That is such
You
an
may be-
interesting perspective.
You may be quite old, but you still have a lot to learn from an even older person.
I am 66.
60
I'm
years young.
practically dead.
No, well, if you're practically dead, what does that make me?
More dead.
I guess that's true.
You would make you
Another
more-
astute observation from the basis.
Thank you, Seymour.
Is this an argument? Are we having another argument before going on to do one of our concerts? We can't keep doing this, everyone.
I wasn't trying to argue.
No,
with
that was
anybody.
sorry. That was me legitimately asking a question. I have trouble perceiving social situations.
Oh,
Because you're so
I'm
far
so-
down there.
it's so hard to see
I,
them.
I truly cannot hear a lick of what is going on up there.
Listen,
And especially the two of you.
We are
it's-
an odd couple indeed.
You
Well,
are.
I guess we have 2 odd couples in this quartet. That's strange, isn't it?
well, I feel like we all have recognized that, though it's why it's called the Two Odd Couples Quartet.
The Two Odd Couples
Of
Quartet.
course, of course.
See, but I thought it was.
Who did you think you
I
were
thought it
an
was
odd
you and
couple
me.
with?
I thought it was you and me.
Yeah, well,
And
we
you thought
would
it was
make
me
quite
and
an
Seymour?
odd couple.
And
Yes.
then
I guess
too.
we are also an odd couple in different ways.
Can I don't mean to sort of get the group down, but
No, Durston,
What's wrong with
please
down?
share your
I just
feelings.
don't fit. Nothing's wrong with down. It
Okay.
wasn't a height thing.
Are we arguing? I cannot tell.
We are not arguing.
Okay.
I don't think
Not-
so.
not-
Good.
I just
Not yet.
the last couple of gigs have felt like they've been missing a certain something. Maybe it's just that I don't hear all of the gig anymore. I get about 30 when my hearing is going.
Well,
in.
no, it's true. I haven't been playing.
You're just not scared anymore.
I'm
and
not
you
scared
still put a
anymore.
big bass up under your and neck and play it like a
yeah.
violin, but it doesn't seem like you're having fun. It actually
I'm
seems like
not
you're in a lot of
enjoying it.
pain.
I am.
You're almost 7 feet tall, which is actually still a very difficult height at which to
Still-
play the bass in
It's
the way that
super
you describe.
tough. I'm not big enough to do what I do.
You're very tall, but not tall enough.
No, I'm also very skinny and weak, and holding a bass up that long.
I didn't want to say it, but
No,
you're
I'm-
very skinny
I'm
and weak.
built like a green bean, and I just am hurting.
And see, me, I only play a note every 2 minutes, so it's hard for me.
There's a lot of percussion.
Yeah, I
Yes.
don't know why you keep getting back down and off of the xylophone every time.
Well, I have to do a lap.
Right, but that's a sort of self-inflicted
you do
rule.
that.
Like, you do that.
You don't have to do
Well,
that.
you're getting in your own way is what I'm saying.
It's my process. Are you insulting my process?
I'm saying that each and every one of us has a process. For you, it's you hold the bass
the
up
bass.
weird. For you need to be
I'd
scared.
have to be scared.
You have to do a lap. All of it, in my mind, and maybe this is just my senility talking,
Sure.
seems to get in the way of doing a concert. And it maybe makes me think, is doing a concert actually what we want to be doing?
Oh.
That's a very good point.
Hi, conductor of the Minnesota Community Orchestra here again. How are your old salads? How's
We
it going?
quit.
Wilted.
What?
We quit.
Oh, this must be some of that classic Hollywood Philharmonic humor I've heard tell of.
We've lost the spark.
We've
we
lost
can't
it. I'm
perform
very
without knowing.
sorry.
How much time do we have until the show?
I'm going to make a roll for that. I know earlier I said you had 5, but
Right.
now it has increased to 6.
6
So that was
minutes.
5 to 6.
It was 5 to 6. Everything is sort of in a brackets where it's like an estimate. What do you mean you quit? We have a packed house full of paying subscribers to the Minnesota Community Arts Center.
We just don't feel the passion anymore.
It's not what it used to be.
And sure, we could go on a journey in these next 6 minutes to try and find something, but what are the odds of that happening?
I'm too old.
What?
Uh-oh.
Oh, and you
Hold on.
see
That's a cartoon mouse.
Is that a cartoon mouse?
skittering
running across my xylophone.
Skittering across harmonies, practice xylophone is a cartoon little mouse, and this cartoon mouse has a big daisy atop their head. They have huge ears, big ol' eyes, and every time they blink, it's like a xylophone kind of sound effect. And they've got the biggest dick you've ever seen. And every time they wander around, that makes the sound effect too. Hi, I heard all of you said you lost the spark for music.
You have to be. Are you the magical musical mouse?
The very same.
You-
It's me, Mephisto, the magical musical mouse.
Huddle up. Quartet needs to huddle
Yes,
up.
yes, yes.
Huddle up, huddle up.
Okay, seems rude, but okay.
Let me
Hold
get
on, just
way
pause.
down here. Hold
Get
on,
down.
I have to
Now
go into a
listen.
deep squat.
We've all heard of Mephisto, the magical musical mouse.
Heard
course.
of. Legends only.
Right. It's the mouse that gets the spark back in the
Right.
musician when you've lost it by sending you on a sort of quest. But here's my immediate concern.
Please.
This mouse
Person?
seems like a huge fucking pervert.
That's what I'm
Why does he have his dick out?
Why is his dick out? Why are her shorts
Why?
so small?
And here's the thing. There's something in the hair. So, clothing exists within the zeitgeist of mousehood.
Right.
Right,
But
he
has
could
his
be
own-
wearing.
He's
wearing
chosen to not wear
something.
pants.
It's just not wearing
Yeah.
pants.
On the other hand, what makes a mouse a pervert? Is it a standard just for men? I don't know if in the world of just being a mouse, being a pervert is exactly the same.
That's right, cartoon mouses have different rules of convention. They're not the same as man because they don't live in the same number of dimensions.
And on top of that, he's also a cartoon.
That's right.
And on top of that, he's also a cartoon. So I think we better listen up and do what he says real soon because he may be a pervert, but he's also a cartoon.
I'm Mephisto.
Oh, he's here.
The magical mouse, and I'm about to put you to work. But
Okay.
first I gotta ask, as I look at your ass, why didn't you invite me to your circle jerk?
Okay, well, it wasn't exactly a circle jerk, much more of a huddle up.
Yeah.
But again, is he a pervert or a normal cartoon mouse? I'm not exactly sure what is up.
On top of that,
He's a cartoon.
I'm also a cartoon mouse.
And on top of that, he's a cartoon.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Like a normal person when they fall off a cliff dies, but a cartoon can just walk to the moon. And on top of that, he's also a cartoon.
Oh, what's What's he doing? Is that action meant to cause some physical elation? It seems like he's voluntarily entering a mousetrap, perhaps for some erotic asphyxiation.
Yeah, I'm all here for listening if he wants to sing his song. I just don't understand why he's doing it while showing us his dong.
And on top of that,
he's also a cartoon.
See, look, he just slid through an impossible
On
crack.
top of that, he's also a cartoon.
He's got a frying pan. He's giving his own head a whack.
Oh yeah, it's really crazy. Instead, he just dropped an anvil down on his head.
And on top of that,
he's a cartoon.
I just came! And it flies out with like birds.
Oh, it's birds.
Birds covered in
That's
hot
better.
white cum. But the
worse.
cum is also made of birds. And those birds are fucking each other in the air.
That's worse.
Mephisto,
Yes?
this is a workplace. And there are...
I don't work here. I can do what I want.
Wait, oh,
I don't think
Has-
that's the rules.
I see that the music director hasn't said anything. It seems like
Oh, I
time-
freeze time.
Oh, time-
I froze time.
Oh,
All right.
if it wouldn't be a Thursday if a mouse didn't scream at me about freezing time. Ugh.
Mephisto, what are you doing here? Just to wave your ding-dong-a-ling-a-dong at us?
No, that's just a fun perk. But every single time I hear musicians lose the spark and threaten to quit before a sold-out concert, you could pretend to be invested, Durston.
No, I'm invested. I just would love for you to put on some shorts.
Why? Are you threatened, Daddy?
Absolutely. Yes.
It's very distracting.
Look, if it will make you feel better and make me get through the spiel, I'll put on shorts.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he
Like a
puts on
bathrobe
shorts
or something.
that are shortless or backless,
Nope.
crotchless panties
Nope, these are
with
bad.
an arrow that says "Enter here."
Oh,
if you
God,
This
dare.
doesn't. This makes it worse. I know it's covering more, but it makes it worse.
he's helicoptering and he's actually lifting himself off the ground.
Freaking cartoon.
Cartoon mice
Yeah,
can do
I
cartoon.
learned that from Sully Sullenberger,
What do you want,
The pilot?
Mephisto?
the pilot. Remember the Miracle on the Hudson?
Yeah.
I helped him with that. And to pay me back, he learned me how to helicopter my dick.
Huddle up.
Huddle up. Sorry. Give us a
Hold on,
second.
hold on.
Okay.
Gotta get down and do a squat.
Maybe
Hold
it's
on,
my-
here
Let
we
me
go.
get my
All
step
right.
ladder.
Maybe it's just my old fashioned. Now I know that this is generally a scenario where it's like, yes, we would go on a sort of
Right,
vision quest.
exactly.
I don't like this fucking mouse.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do want to relearn the spark. of
Sure,
playing
me too,
music.
but at what cost?
At what cost?
I'm honestly 50-50.
Well, let's make that 100. Snap! And he snaps, and suddenly we are transported to Seymour the bass player's kitchen. And we see his mom and his dad. What are his mom and his dad like?
They're incredibly tall.
They're so tall.
They're so tall. They're
but
actually
they're not skinny. They're like
no.
ripped.
They're normal. They're like if you like in Photoshop you took the corners and you just like dragged them out. They're just really really big, but they're like 9.5 feet tall.
Yeah, but they're proportional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're both wearing matching shirts that says Florida Family Vacation 2002.
That's right. We are here at a sort of in the kitchen / living room / bedroom of a Disney World official hotel, and we see young Seymour, who's wearing like a goofy plain basketball shirt.
I identify with him so much.
Yes, and we see our present day selves, the present day Odd Couple Quartets and Mephisto, watching this scene play out, almost as if it's Dream Theater.
Quick question,
I
quick question,
remember
Mephisto.
this.
Are we doing Christmas Carol rules where like we can see them?
What's
but-
that?
Okay.
Well, everybody knows Christmas Carol.
I don't know
rules.
what that is.
I'm 100% sure that this mouse is not a follower of Christ and would not know the
Oh, well,
I'm
okay.
Dionysian, baby.
Oh, that makes sense.
a Bacchus mouse.
But I remember
Gesundheit.
this day. I definitely remember being here with my family. We were at Disney World, and
And as he's talking, it's almost as if his words transmogrify and start to come out of the young Seymour talking to his parents.
and I couldn't be more excited to be here.
Oh, Seymour, I'm so glad you're excited. Don't worry, you'll be able to grow tall and strong just like us someday soon. You'll probably get to go on most of the rides.
Seymour, roll for me.
17.
17 divided by 2. You You are 8 inches tall.
Now, son, I know that not all rides at Disneyland have a height requirement,
Right.
but almost all of them do.
Almost.
And even the ones that don't, they said you're actually too small to be on them.
I tried to go on the spinning teacups, which I don't think have a height requirement, but
Not
they
normally, but
wouldn't let me.
But the person in Lederhosen stopped and pointed and said, that tiny boy cannot come
Absolutely
on the teacup.
not. Yeah.
Mom, Dad, I'm back from the park.
Aw.
Hi,
and
sweetheart.
We see Seymour's brother approach, and Seymour's brother is wearing the same goofy plain basketball shirt, but obviously too small so it can accentuate his bulging muscles and his tall stature. And Seymour's brother's name is
Tyler. Tyler walks in. Thick.
Thick with
Everything
2
about him.
C's. Actually, roll.
Okay.
How many C's are in there?
That is a nat
Ooh,
one.
Nat 1.
Okay, it's actually thick with 1 C.
One
So
C.
Tyler does feel. Tyler has his own issues, but it's just that he thinks he can be thicker than he actually is.
Still tall, though.
Still tall.
Much taller than his big brother over here.
Tyler, sweetie, how are you feeling? Were you out there playing basketball
it was
with
so
boulders?
much fun. Everyone was my height, and I scored, and I had a great time.
Did you do a bunch of dunks?
So many. It
That's
was
my
only
boy.
dunks.
That's our boy.
Dunks only. What have I told you about other shots in basketball?
Doesn't
if it's not a
count.
dunk,
Doesn't
it doesn't
count.
count.
Doesn't
Mhm.
count.
That's right.
That's what we
if
always
it's not
say.
a dunk, it doesn't
Sorry, is that
count.
is that
Sorry,
squeaky
did I
little
hear
voice
an
I hear?
echo?
Is that
Seymour, could you say that one more
I was-
time, son?
I was saying if it's not a dunk, it doesn't count. It's the family motto.
That's
If it's
right.
not-
It
Oh,
is
I
the
heard you.
family
Yes,
motto.
good job, Seymour. Yes.
Now, Seymour, you're back in your present day body.
Oy.
How does this feel, seeing your tall, beefy, thick with 1 C family?
Where did you get different crotchless pants?
I own a stock in the store.
It's not good. I remembered this being a happy memory.
Really?
But I thought it was, but looking back on it now, rose-tinted glasses, because this is tough to
Well, you
watch.
eventually must have hit your growth spurt. You are 7
You're
feet
extremely
tall.
tall.
Seymour,
Wait.
how did you hit your growth
This
spurt?
was the day of my
That's
growth spurt.
right.
That's right. I remember now. I went from 8 inches to almost
And we
7
zoom
feet
back
to
in and the words start to come out
on
of
the
past.
ride?
I just want to see a parade.
Oh, your brother can hold you on his shoulders,
No,
sweetie.
Mom, I want to see the parade for myself.
And the family gathers into their rented station wagon, and they drive to Disney World's version of Main Street, which is like normal California Main Street, but a lot more humid. And they park, and they look at the Chippendale Rescue Rangers parade going on, but weirdly, all of the mascots seem a lot taller and a lot more grotesque than usual. And roll for me, please.
Nat 20.
A
Whoa.
nat 20.
Whoa.
The very first mascot clocks you immediately, even in their cartoon eyes, and they say, psst, 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 psst.
Small enough to weave through without being detected. Seymour runs over to the mascot.
And this person lifts off their Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger head, and they say, "You want to get big?
More than anything.
How bad you want to get big?"
Pretty bad.
And they grab you and they take you backstage to Disney Hideout headquarters, where we see a litany of like Disney mascots, but they're all out of costume and they're all grungy and dirty.
Who's the kid? You see Minnie Mouse chain smoking indoors.
Who else do we see here?
You see Pluto, but this is like a weird fucked up Pluto where one of the eyes is missing, and instead of fixing it, they just put an eye patch on it over on one side. Yeah, this is a place for adults only. Scram, kid.
You see Cinderella, but she's got her like legs wide open and her dress and her petticoats lifted up. She's like, "Sorry, kid, gotta air it out."
Roll to see if she's wearing underwear.
That's a 4.
You are technically wearing underwear, but there's a hole right to the left of
Ugh.
the business.
Sorry, can't afford better underwear. They don't pay us too much better.
Now hang on, everyone stop goosing up the kid. Remember how we all got hired here to be larger-than-life mascots?
You don't need to say. Of course, we all remember.
We all were small at a parade, and then somebody
They
grabbed
grabbed
us
us
and
and
shot us through of steroids.
What?
And we're offering you that, kid.
Oh, I don't want that.
Are you
Oh, well,
sure?
just wait. You know what you need, you know what you want, so no one will avoid ya. You gotta be big, you wanna be strong, then we have got to steroid ya.
You wanna be tall, like the other tall people you wanna understand. Let us shoot you up with the steroid that activates your pituitary gland.
Big and tall to have it all. Big and tall to have it all. Right now I'm just so small. I want to be big and tall to have it all.
Oh, being big and tall is the best.
Ooh, it's the best.
And please don't ask us about any side effects.
No, not my enlarged
we
testicles.
can make you grow as big as a house.
As big as a house.
And listen, kid, you can trust me after all. I'm just old Minnie Mouse.
Gotta be big and tall to have it all. Big and tall to have it all. Wait, what was that thing about my testicles? Big and tall to have it all.
You got nothing to worry about. Just trust your courses. Don't worry that the steroid that we're using on you is usually reserved for horses. Those horses got weak little legs, but sometimes they gotta get back on the track. So if you feel like a horse that needs to run a little faster, then we have the steroid for that.
And Mephisto makes time freeze. Seymour, you know how the rest of this story goes. You take the steroids, you get real freaky big and tall. But right now, if it'll help you get your spark back, I'm giving you the opportunity to change history.
You mean I could stay small forever?
It's all up to you.
I guess you don't know if you would stay small forever. It would just be you wouldn't take
I wouldn't take
steroids
steroids and get this tall.
You would probably grow to an average human length.
Well, it's not all up to him. And you see Harmony has the vial of steroids in her hand. and
Harmony?
says,
What are you doing?
Harmony,
I've
did
been
you take the
small.
steroids from my past and bring them into this
And
moment?
slip through the cracks.
I've been small too long.
Wait a minute.
Life has been too hard for me. I'm gonna take them. I don't care what you say.
No, I think you should. That way you can be
Big and tall to have it all. Big and tall to have it all.
I stole from the past. I sure got some gold.
Big and tall to have it all.
to have it all.
And we zoom back into the present, into the green room. But we see that Seymour and Harmony are somehow different. Somehow, they've changed heights.
If I never took the steroids in the past because you took them from my past into the present, then of course I'm not the tall one that I used to be.
No, you're just a normal size
I'm a
man.
normal ass guy.
Pick up that normal bass.
You can't hold it in
I
his
don't- I can't
freakish
even
way
do
that
it
he did
in my
before.
regular
But
head.
Bass is about as tall as he is.
Play it normally.
It's almost perfect.
Seymour reaches to the base, stands it up next to him.
Wait, hold on. Before you play, you need to turn around, Mouse.
Why?
I don't like the eye contact.
He is looking at me in a
Turn
I have
around.
to look at you while you do it.
Oh.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No.
Listen, it is what it is at this point.
Go ahead and roll for me, Seymour. Make a bass performance check for me.
3.
Okay, give it a shot. The bass splits in two.
Oh no! Oh god!
Oh, he's so strong.
Oh my god.
Either that or
so
the
this-
string has just never been pressed there before because it's always been played like a
It's
violin.
played at a
It's always
weird
been
angle,
played
so
like
that would be.
this.
It makes sense that it would actually take, like, you don't know how to play it
I have
normal style.
no idea how to play a bass
let
normally.
me try. Let me try and see if my thing worked out.
Give us a xylophone performance check. I am self-aware.
It's a 4.
Okay, give it a shot. The bass splits in half.
Oh God,
Wait, how did you playing the xylophone make his bass split in half
No,
even
but
more?
It was definitely bad xylophone, though, because again, you've never played the xylophone in this
Having
way.
to stand in this sort of manner.
Wait a minute. If there was something for you in his past, then maybe there's something for us in each other's past. that
Probably
We are
not.
two odd couples, and this.
And as we get zapped up into the clouds of destiny, it's time for a snack break. What will happen when we return? What will the two old people find in each other's pasts?
Will it make sense for them to play each other's instruments?
will the mouse end up dying as should happen?
I disagree.
Will these concert buyers ever get the ticket, the concert they've so richly deserved?
And will they all re-find the spark of music?
Find out when we return to
Trouble with Two Couples Quartet.
the musical RPG. Welcome back to the table. Welcome back to this session. We now find ourselves in Mephisto's magical cloud, sort of a super highway of information. Everyone make a roll for me, please, as we travel through Mephisto's cloud-based travel system.
4.
6.
6.
Everybody pukes. And the puke is cum.
Oh God.
Mephisto!
But the cum is birds. But the birds are puke. And we find ourselves sitting around a campfire in a cave. And we see two people in loincloths making cave drawings onto the cave. And we see what looks sort of like an eighth note. And next to that, we see sort of what looks like a treble clef. And Mephisto turns to Durston and says, Durston,
Yeah.
do you recognize this?
Of course I recognize this. This is my kindergarten.
This is your kindergarten class, where cavemen invented music.
Remember when I said I was 100 years old? That's a slight, what's the opposite of an exaggeration? Undersell.
Understatement.
Yeah.
Underwear.
That's a third different pair of underwear.
Mine are crotchless.
They've always been crotchless.
Every one
They
of them is
continue to be-
crotchless.
You said it like it's new.
You know
They've
what's
all
crazy?
been
You know what's crazy?
crotchless.
I'm getting used to it at this point. It's kind of just become a new normal.
No,
for
it's
me.
lost all sense of shock to me. I still just don't like
It is just always in my peripheral, though. I
Yeah.
can't
Suddenly,
not see it.
Durston's present self transforms into Durston's past caveman self. And we see the two caveman kindergarten teachers. What are these kindergarten caveman teachers like?
Ugog is a PhD student, and of course, PhD does not mean what it means now. It means
Prehistoric.
prehistoric
history.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Yes.
Prehistoric history
Ugog is in
dinosaurs.
fact a velociraptor.
Great.
Very
Great.
well spoken in his own terms.
Yes.
But not no one else can understand what they're saying. But is one of the best teachers in this goddamn district.
Yes, and Ugog's teacher's assistant. What is their deal?
Grar.
Grar.
Grar is a human who spent enough time with velociraptors that Grar can kind of help translate. And Grar just wants really everybody to have a nice time, right? Make sure everybody's had their snack and their nap, and loves to sing music sometimes, though music has not been invented yet.
This is the day.
This is the day. Grar says, Durs,
Yeah.
you are so young.
Just speak a little more for me, please.
Yeah, hi. It's me,
Durs.
Thurston.
Thurston, you're so young.
Back to the present for a second. Mephisto checks his mind information superhighway
Now,
globe.
there's, the thing that you must know about me when I was young is I was really trying out a couple personalities. I don't remember if that's the one we landed on.
It feels German to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like a little German
Well,
boy
this
who
was
likes
all-
chocolate.
This was all pre-Germany.
Of
Sure.
course. Did you
So-
invent Germany too?
That's a different story. We don't have time for that.
I really want to see it. I really wanna. What's more relevant to this story, music or Germany? Okay,
He's rolling.
it's music back.
Thurston,
Yeah,
you're so young.
thank you. Yes, I'm quite young.
You have so much life ahead of you.
You're so strong and big. I love the way that you make fire. And you, Uga, I love the way that you I love the way that you screech and scream and don't eat all the children, such as myself.
Ugog was actually just saying about how they were getting a little hungry, but we'll address that in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Durston, sometimes when I look at you, you're my favorite student.
I knew it.
What the
Okay,
hell?
all right,
What the hell?
all right.
Guys, I'm so sorry, but
sucks.
look at Durston.
That sucks to
This
hear.
sucks to
Brox.
hear for us.
Take that, Drox.
That's so bad.
Brox, can you believe they're janking our chain like that?
Yeah, I believe it.
Durston
I do
is-
too.
I'm not a great student.
I'm pretty bad.
You guys can't even make fire.
Can't make fire.
You can't even sharpen a rock to make a sort of axe.
I got all these unsharp rocks.
You guys can barely handle a mortar and pestle. Look at
Hey.
Durston. Durston's different.
But what about those dumbass cave drawings on the wall? What is that, a tiny black circle with a weird flag sticking out?
Oh yeah, that's stupid.
Exactly. This is why I hate you guys.
What?
Because you don't appreciate what Durston and I are trying to do here.
Did Durston draw those?
Yeah, you see, I had a dream, and I drew it down on this cave wall for all to see, that people would make sounds with their mouths, but then teach other people quickly, and we need a way to teach someone else to make the sounds that you just made. And so in my dream, I wrote it all down, and it has a name. I call it Squigglies, and everyone will love it.
Yes.
There'll be a sound that's Squigglies, so you think nothing of it. And I'll never change the name through all this time. Even if people ask me to do it, I'll only call it Squigglies. And I will not call it anything other than Squigglies.
I've got this thing right here. It's cute as a bum kit. It's kind of made of brass and has valves. Hey, what should I call it?
You should call it a flume bloom. And that is the sound it will make when you put it up to your mouth. It goes bloop, 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 bloom, and boop, 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 boom. And that is what names are about, which is why I call it Squigglies. The sensation that's sweeping the nation. There's no nations yet but Squigglies. I had an idea for a nation creation.
We travel suddenly across this cave into a cave full of lederhosen, soft pretzels, dark beer. This is the cave that will eventually become Germany.
You see, I have an idea for my friends.
Yeah?
We should all be banding together.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Since we're all here and have a culture already, we should give it a name or whatever.
I mean, it doesn't have any name, at least no name currently. I can't think of a name. What should we call it?
We should call it Germa Squigglies. Germa Squigglies. The nation that everyone loves. Germa Squigglies. Look at this flag we are hoisting above.
I've got an idea for an instrument.
Yeah?
Yeah, it goes pa-rum pum pum. I think I have a name for it too. I think I call it
Freeze! And Mephisto takes you back into the present moment. Now here's the thing, Durston.
Mm-hmm.
This is the moment where you called what is obviously a modern drum something else. You called it a druscriggly, I think.
Uh-huh.
And that is why now...
A drusquiggly.
A drusquiggly, I think. And that is why now you think everything is a drum.
Right.
Because in this moment, nothing is a drum because you didn't call it its actual name.
That it didn't have, let's be clear.
Well, it's... Listen. cartoon mouse Neuralink superhighway stuff is complicated in that way.
Following your lead, bud.
Thank you so much. He jerks off quickly. Thank you.
No, that was so fast.
Not necessary.
So in this
The
moment,
thing is, he got multiple thrusts in. It was really
fast,
quick.
but he
You
did.
almost
up
gave
and
me a
down.
seizure to watch. It
Yeah.
even felt like
It's like a
something
hummingbird's
started.
wings. You
Are
can't
you
even see it.
Are you sorry?
Are you
Are you
triggered,
sorry?
dear?
It doesn't sound
Are
like
you
you're sorry.
triggered? Woke culture's ruining
What
everything.
are you trying to say?
Drum. You have to call it drum in this moment, and that will solve your problems in the present.
What problems?
Your problem of everything being a drum, so you always have sticks but no instruments to play.
Huh. Well, I never thought about it quite like that.
We travel back.
I've got an instrument I call bum, and I think the name for it will have to be
A drum squiggly.
Drum squiggly.
It's the perfect name and I'll never change it. We'll call it a drum squiggly. The perfect letters in the perfect arrangements.
And we travel back into
Yeah,
the present.
suck on that, mouse.
That
How do you
sucked.
like that?
That sucked that you did that.
Yeah.
That fucking sucked, bro.
Wait 1 second. Mephistopheles, not your name.
Mephisto!
Someone call me.
No, it's my brother! Hi, brother!
No!
Hey, brother, I have
This
a
is-
question.
no.
We want to 69 each other. Yeah!
Okay, but look.
Please stop.
Cartoon Mouse 69! I just came. What were you saying?
Well, I was saying, look, while they were 69, and you see the bottom half of Mephisto is disappearing. It seems like maybe the magic that sustains him is based on us making all the choices he wants
Now, wait
us
a minute,
to
wait
make.
a minute. This whole journey is supposed to be to get your spark back, not to defeat.
Wait, did you tell them the part about, though, that if they don't follow the rules, that it unwrites you from existence?
I didn't tell them that part
You
because
should never tell them that part.
okay, so I made a good job.
I think so, too. Here's my thing. I also have holes in my clothes, but only on the top.
And I only have them on the bottom.
But the thing about mice is they have so many nipples.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah, baby.
And I can see all of them.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, he's helicoptering his nipples.
Hey, Mephistopheles, if Mephisto comes back to give us the spark of music, what do you come
What do
here
you
to do?
give?
What's that?
Well,
Oh, you don't give anything?
never mind. I did it for another
Oh, wait,
nest.
sorry. Do you think that that's like our job?
No,
like,
Miss
that we
Howard,
all
We
do
sort of
that?
assumed.
No, I work at a 7-Eleven.
Mephisto.
we don't all do interdimensional. Like, yeah, no.
okay.
Oh, you just
I just got a 9 to 5.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
He works 9 to 5 at a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, and then 5 to 9, I'm just in a cartoon 69 with my brother. That part is canon. We're all pervs.
Every cartoon mouse is a perv.
Why? Do you have any idea how hard it is to be a cartoon mouse?
Well, I've never really thought about it before.
If you could be any cartoon thing, what would you be?
Probably a horsey.
Definitely a cat.
Right.
A giraffe.
Anything. Anything other than a mouse. Because there's one cartoon mouse who sort of overshadows us all. Imagine living up to that mouse. The shadow is 9 feet tall.
You said it, brother.
Oh, yes, I was my other brother.
It cannot be.
What is
Standing
this?
in the brother's shadow is the lot that's left for we.
There's a lot of us.
Hello.
There's another one.
I heard you guys singing about how hard it was to be a mouse, and so I came when you called.
Being a mouse can awfully be scary, especially when we're always chasing the tail of Jerry.
I bet you thought it was someone else, but no, definitely Jerry.
Did I get something wrong or read the situation wrong? It's Jerry. And suddenly a huge cartoon mouse appears. And all of the other cartoon mouse appears. And Persephone, can you roll for me?
15.
15. Your heart rate increases by 15 beats per minute.
What the actual hell is that?
It's me. I'm Jerry, the cartoon mouse.
I thought you were small and friendly and gently but violently teased cat.
That's the problem with cartoons. You can never get a good sense of scale.
Oh, here comes Tom, even bigger, much bigger.
You guys, we've got to get out of here.
Oh, Tom's a good guy?
I'm the good
Tom's
guy
a
in
good
this
guy.
story.
Jerry's a bad guy, and we're both perverts.
No, we got to get out of here and under
good
the
guy's a
sheets.
pervert.
Persephone, you remember this moment, right? The moment when you had sex with a cartoon
Wait,
cat.
what?
I didn't want to tell you.
And that's what made you so scared.
But you're
also
always so
in-
straight-laced.
That's I didn't want you to find out this way. That's why I can never be frightened again. I experienced true fear. The experience was so deeply frightening.
What do we do? How do we kill
was
this
so
guy?
fundamentally terrible and terrifying
Yeah, I don't want you to
I
have to
am
live through
right
that again.
here.
Yeah,
that
we
I
need-
can. It was shook me to my core that I was never the same, and I was so rarely frightened again.
You're the cat's pajamas, babe.
No.
Have some cat's pajamas, babe.
Oh,
God.
Take me out of these pajamas. I just wanna go bananas. It's the cat's pajamas, babe.
Well, you know I'm scared, but I'm afraid that the fact is of this black and white cat I'm mysteriously attracted. I want to say no and I want to run away. But the history is that I had sex with this cartoon cat today.
Yeah, you're the cat's pajamas, babe.
You're the cat's pajamas, babe.
Yeah, we make good nookie, baby. You're the cat's pajamas, babe.
Persephone, do you want any of us to step in?
Yeah,
or
is
this seems
this-
consensual, so it's just like...
It is, but I'll never be able to play violin again if I have sweet, hot, terrifying sex with this cartoon cat.
Okay,
If
well...
you do or don't, you won't be able to play the violin again.
Seems like you do want to have the sex, which is fine. We won't get in the way.
Especially not me.
Wait, who was that?
That was Jerry.
All right, he's been here the whole time overseeing what we do and say. I'm just thinking maybe the problem could be solved if we don't stop you from repeating the past, but like more of us get involved.
All right, everyone!
Cat's pajamas. It's the cat's pajamas, babe.
There's safety in numbers in a sexual way. It's the cat's pajamas, babe.
And as everyone here starts to have a ferocious
Oh, yeah.
sex
Ferocious.
orgy,
Oh, yeah.
everyone's
Two and
fucking-
three-dimensional.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Tom
oh.
turns around and you
Oh,
see
yeah.
Tom's puckered up red kitty cat butthole. But the butthole starts to glow.
What's
And we
this?
know
Ooh.
in each of our hearts that this is the spark of music.
Oh.
It's the spark.
That's
Of music.
Everyone, every orchestra player, roll for me, please.
17.
17,
I got a 5.
5,
16.
16.
Harmony got a nat 20.
The butthole engorges harmony, and suddenly we travel every single scene we've seen before. We see the Germany cave, the regular cave, the Disney places where everyone was weird, and we find our way back to the Minnesota Community Center for the Community Performing Arts. Except it's a little different. Remember all of those posters from the beginning where it was like Ronnie James Dio but solo, the Toto rhythm guitarist but solo?
Lukewarm
I
But
do
so-
artists.
remember, yeah.
But now all of them have Harmony's face and visage on them. And you remember how this was like a music center for music?
Mm-hmm.
Now, every single thing that said music now says the word squiggly.
Mm-hmm. That tracks.
And you see a little tiny note wrapped up in a bow where all of the old Panera salads were. Who would like to pick it up and read it?
I will. I'll read it. Persephone, I will read it.
Pick it up, please. Dear everyone who just went on this journey,
It's weird I can like hear his voice when I
Honestly,
can
so can
see it
all
in
of
his
us.
writing.
it's me, Mephisto the Magical Musical
Wait,
Mouse.
pick up the note next to that note.
Okay, okay, this one.
Everyone, Mephisto
is here.
Oh, I'm so glad he wrote
Brother
it
was
down.
writing a note. Thought I would too.
Hey, are you reading my brother's note right now?
I've got one note in my left hand and one in my
I
right.
want you to know that as we were writing, we were also jerking each other off with our little mouse feet.
Hey there, I didn't actually get a name, but everyone else was doing it.
There's
so
a
I
third
was
note.
there.
I've started reading a third note. Sorry, that was unclear.
Oh, yeah.
And I was there too. There's the fourth note. We're on names.
fucking note. Hey, get out of here.
Guys, shut up.
It's just a post-it on the third note. Wow.
I took you on a journey to find the spark. But the spark was inside of all of you this whole time. Asterisk.
Oh, let me read the footnote. There's a footnote here somewhere. I flipped the page over.
Inside of you this whole time if you are the cartoon cat Tom. Because as we saw, the spark was
What's
inside of the
inside his
cartoon
Cartoon
cat
cat
Tom.
Tom's butthole.
And what I've learned is that you called yourselves the odd couples, but sometimes being odd is the only way to survive. And then the stage manager enters in his cartoon mouse outfit and takes it off. In this fucked up world. That's right. I've been the cartoon mouse this entire time.
What about the other one?
Those were real cartoon mice.
Oh, okay.
Seymour, I'm looking through the curtains and I see, are those your parents and brother in the audience?
Yes, and they're also small.
And the velociraptor that taught me everything I know is also in the audience? Along with one of my dear teachers?
Greg! Grar's there.
Well,
You got this, Durston.
Now I feel like I didn't want to play, but now I feel like to give them back the gifts that they gave to me, I must play this concert.
Persephone, is that the animated cat Tom and sitting in the audience?
Oh, God, I hope so. Oh, God, is this him? She pulls back the curtain. Tom?
Hey, baby. That sandpaper tongue is waiting to lick ya.
I was so scared that I would never see you again.
Fear was that you'd never see him again.
And now I can play. The most beautiful violin you've ever
And I can play the drum squiggly.
And I don't have to run.
And I have a regular-sized but very broken bass, so I won't play it because I can't play it because it's broken in 4 pieces.
You just stand there. You're doing a great
I'm
job.
gonna stand here.
5 minutes to curtain.
That took 1 minute?
Yes.
4 minutes to curtain. You've all learned your lesson of this, I'm certain. And now mathematically it's 6 minutes to curtain.
I think starting out today, I felt so small. I had to prove myself just to feel tall.
Whereas I was quite the opposite. Yeah, that's true, kid. I felt like I was too large. I was much too big.
And you know I felt so alone till I found the kitty cat who makes me moan. I was so terrified that I never have him back by my side.
I'm of a generation even older than time, and I learned I don't have to change a single fucking thing. I'm doing just fine.
Look at the clock. We only have
5 minutes till curtain.
And then it spins a couple times and it's 7 days to curtain.
What now? It's squiggly minutes to
curtain. And now it's 60 seconds to curtain.
I'm glad all of you were able to be taught, but I'm still this cartoon mouse at heart and still a thought. That means that hoe over there, that's another thing that I've taught thee. Before you go out, play the show. Can I give you all a bukkake?
Yes.
Cause we still have 30 years to curtain.
9 weeks
To curtain. They are raising the curtain.
It's a coming of story
Heyo.
until
And that's where we'll end our session. Oh, what fun it was. Zach, thanks so much for joining.
Thank you,
my
Zach.
absolute pleasure. Thank you all so much for
Thank you so
having
much.
Zach,
me.
if people want to follow you, where can they find you? What are you up to?
Oh, sure. I'm at Zach Reino on Instagram. There's a dropout show called Play It By Ear that I'm on. That's musical improv. That
Featuring
y'all,
our own Mary Lou.
featuring
What do you
Mary Lou,
know?
that y'all might find interesting. I have a podcast called Off Book that is currently going through some changes, but is coming out with some cool stuff probably very soon.
We're excited.
Yeah. That's it.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Support your local writer strikes and actor strikes.
Yeah.
All strikes. Go
But
union,
not
union
the
strong.
Pianist Guild and not
No,
the accompanist
fuck
Guild.
those guys.
not deserve
For
it.
themselves.
Fuck those guys.
Thank you so much for listening to Tabletop Tunes. Do all of the things podcasts ask you to do. Rate, review, subscribe, go on Spotify, and just give Joe Rogan as much money as you possibly can. He is our dad,
He
biologically.
needs it.
Thank you so much for listening. I'm Greg.
I'm Gabe.
I'm Sean.
And I'm Mary Lou.
And we'll see you next time at the table. Table.
Hey there! If you enjoyed the show and want to help it grow, why not leave us a rating and review? With just a couple of clicks, you can rest easy knowing you helped a stranger discover the magic of musical improv. For real, it really helps us out. And if you're itching for even more content, head on over to our Patreon. When you join our High Rollers table, you'll get access to our Discord, an extra song recorded with this week's guest, and 2 bonus episodes every month. And for just $3 more, you can snag a seat at the VIP table to listen ad-free. Plus, you'll get our special monthly episode where Greg, Gabe, Sean, and Mary Lou play actual RPG campaigns with a randomly chosen game master every session. It gets crazy, y'all. So come on over and start your free trial at patreon.com/tabletoptunespod. That's patreon.com/tabletoptunespod. Thank you for listening and supporting the show.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.